Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to manifest your dream life. And guys, we're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers on this channel, so if you're new, make sure that you subscribe. Okay, I'm going to hop into the video, but before I do, don't forget to hit the like button, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so when it comes to manifesting your dream life, the very first thing that you have to do is get your vision right. So really think about what exactly does your dream life look like. And be really specific with it and really get into that vision. So like it helps if you're like sitting down somewhere comfortable, and you can even like do this while you're meditating. It helps if you like lie down or you're like sitting in a really comfortable position in like a really nice and peaceful quiet environment, and it really helps to close your eyes. I personally like to lie down and do this because that's when I'm like at my most relaxed state. But you just really want to think about what your daily life looks like when you're living your dream life. What does it look like when you wake up in the morning? What do you see? What room are you waking up in? What does your bed look like? What does your environment look like? Maybe you have like a dream like apartment in mind, a dream like space that you want. And imagine what it would be like to wake up in that environment, in that room, in that house. And think about what your furniture would look like. Like, what would you see when you first wake up? And how would that make you feel? What do you hear? Like, do you hear like ocean waves because you're like on a beachfront property? Or do you hear like birds chirping because you're like this super productive person and you wake up like super early in the morning? And what do you smell? What does your house smell like? Is it like a linen kind of smell? Is it maybe you have like nice candles burning? And what does that smell like? Really get into the vision and really let all of those things, all of your senses, use all of your senses and really imagine what that would be like. And then the most important thing is to use all of these techniques to make you feel a certain way, because that's how you manifest. You use your feelings, right? It's not about all the things that you're gonna have. It's not about like the dream apartment, the dream lifestyle, the dream job, whatever. It's about how it's gonna make you feel. Do you feel like validated? Do you feel confident? Do you feel happy, excited? How do you feel when you're kind of living this dream life? How do you feel when you wake up? And then how does that in turn make you act as a person? What does your posture look like? How do you treat people? How do you talk and greet to people throughout the day? And then that's the other thing. What does your day look like? Do you wake up and like work for a couple of hours and then go to the beach and meditate and then come home, do yoga? What does your dream life actually look like? Maybe you want to travel or live somewhere else. Maybe you want to live in, I don't know, like Bali, let's say. Well, what does that look like? Do you wake up every day in your like dream home, like right by the beach, and then you take a nice long walk on the beach? And if you do, like, what does the sand feel like between your toes? What does the wind feel like on your skin? And like, what does the ocean smell like? Does it smell like salt or, whatever? I'm giving a lot of examples because I think it's super important to get your vision right and to really nail down what it is that you want. A lot of the times, because we're stuck in this like cycle of really repetitiveness and like living our daily lives, sometimes we don't even really know what it is that we want. And even if we do know what we want, sometimes it's hard to just really let yourself like get into it, I guess, like really think about it and really get specific about what you want. Like, people have very vague ideas of what they want, right? They're like, I want to be successful, I want to be happy, maybe they're like, I want to be rich. But then what does that really mean? All of these things, they don't really mean anything unless they can give you that lifestyle that you want, that's gonna make you like the most happy. And I always go back to the example of someone who is like successful, but maybe they work a lot and they just don't really enjoy their lives. And that's not really abundance, and that's not really wealth, because they're not living a life that makes them happy, and it's not gonna make them feel fulfilled. So sometimes when your goals are too like vague, or you're too focused on like the material items that you want, sometimes when you get there, it can just be really hard to feel the way that you're gonna want to feel, because your whole life we're taught by everyone, by like society, your parents, that having success or having money is gonna make you happy. But the truth is, there are so many like successful, wealthy people who are so deeply unhappy because they're kind of chasing the wrong thing. So it's really about the lifestyle that's gonna make you feel the best. It's gonna make you the happiest, because money doesn't really bring happiness, right? It can buy you things that can maybe make you happy for a little bit, But at the end of the day, if you're looking for like wealth, abundance, joy, all of those things actually kind of come from within. So it's really important to kind of nail down the exact vision of what you want and the exact lifestyle that's actually going to make you happy. And then the most important thing, of course, is to focus on the feelings. How does that make you feel? Because when you start to feel these feelings, you're going to just amplify, like kind of like a magnet. And that's really how you attract your dream life, because you start to vibrate at the frequency of the things that you want, of the lifestyle that you want. And that just makes it come to you so much faster, and it's going to make it so much easier for you to manifest these things. Okay, so that brings me to my next point, which is action. I feel like a lot of people think that manifestation is just like, I don't know, sitting on the couch and like thinking about what you want and then it just comes to you. And that's not necessarily how it works. I feel like action is very important, right? So when you're manifesting all of these opportunities that could give you what you want, but then you don't like take action and take advantage of the opportunities that the universe or like God or whatever brings into your life, then you're really not going to see the results that you're looking for. So it's so important to take action towards the things that you want. And I think it helps to kind of envision your perfect dream life, because then you can really focus on the actions that you can take to get there. So maybe if you want to like be a yoga instructor and live on the beach, or live in Bali and teach yoga, and that's like your dream perfect life, well then you got to take action and get your yoga certification and, you know, take classes to become a yoga instructor. You can't just like sit on the couch and then just think, oh, I'm gonna be a yoga instructor. Like, it doesn't work like that, you know? And then for example, if you're like, oh, I really want to be a yoga instructor, and then you're like walking at work or somewhere and you see a little poster that says, I don't know, yoga certification classes or something like that, and you walk by it and you're like, oh yeah, that's something I want to do, that's part of my dream life, my vision. But you just walk right by it and you don't like take a little piece of the number, you don't call, you don't sign up for the class, then again, you're not taking action towards your dream life, and you're not taking actions towards your manifestation. And it's really about taking full advantage of the opportunities that life brings you so that you can manifest faster. Okay, and then this brings me to my last point, which is letting go, right? So once you have your vision and once you're taking actions towards your goals and you kind of get into this routine, right, of working towards your goals and like manifesting and envisioning it, then the most important thing that you actually have to do at this point is to let go. You don't want to like stress about it and be like, oh my god, when is it gonna happen? Like, why hasn't it happened yet? Like, what's the timeline? And like, when exactly is this gonna happen? Once you have your vision and you're already taking steps towards your goals and taking action towards your goals, then you need to let go and just forget about it and just live your life, because everything's gonna happen in divine timing, which means everything is gonna happen exactly when it's supposed to. And when you try to like control it and like obsess over it, you're just gonna make it happen a lot slower, because then you're just so focused on it and you're not like focused on taking actions, you're not focused on like living your life, and that's gonna make it feel like it's taking so long to come to you. But if you just let go and if you just live your life and you continue to do the things that you're supposed to do, then it's gonna come so much faster. Because when you're like obsessed and like desperate and you're like constantly thinking about it, what you're doing is you're just putting out all these vibrations of like neediness, desperation, like unhappiness, anxiety, all these negative feelings. And because of that, it's gonna block all of the happy, good feelings that you would feel once you achieve your goals. And when you're like vibrating at this low frequency, it's gonna be really, really hard for you to attract the things that you want, which is vibrating at a higher frequency. Alright guys, that was it for today's little video. I feel like I could say so much more, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna stop here. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you next time. Bye!